tactics, I'll say.
But JDV also wanted to be able to throw them hands down. I'll be honest, throw the gloves off, really get into a backyard brawl with somebody. MVD also, Snake, no slouch with the boxing options. People talk about the zoner characters like Pac-Man, like Snake. They got hands too, I can't lie. They got a lot of projectiles. They can really throw them things.
I think both of these characters are characters that you definitely expect. You're like, oh, they have incredible zoning tools. They probably suck at boxing. No, they do not.
Ridiculous.
They do not.
Boxing.
They are both really solid boxers.
Yeah. Grab game will be interesting for both of these characters as well, too. I'm excited to see how Snake plays the grabs going into these higher percents, but also JDV was not a grabber in the first set that we saw of this Pac-Man, too, so will that change here with a less mobile character to go against?
Well, would you look at that? As you're talking about it, we do see JDV go for a grab. I do think, yeah, the fear of missing a grab versus a Luigi, a little bit different than missing a grab versus a Snake player. And so far, very solid. I'm sorry, did the key, what happened to the key there? I think it disappeared. I have no idea.
First stock off the board, though, going to MVD. I was saying a little bit earlier, MVD playing really damn well this weekend. I was watching the set versus Spargo, Game 5 last hit versus one of the best players the game has to offer at this very moment, too. So I do think, and also MVD, got to put some respect on the name. This is the only ultimate Don't Park in the Grass champion.
Oh, that's so true.
We could be going for a bit of a run back 6 years later. So, got to put respect on my man's name.
Yeah, I forgot that Don't Park was around right as Ultimate had come out.
The first Ultimate Major.
First Ultimate Major. Wow, MVD coming back to reclaim the crown all the way through losers, potentially. Very solid gameplay I'm seeing from him so far. This is a locked and loaded MVD. Has not overextended, has not given JDV, honestly, anything in the way of combos.
Ooh, key through there, too. The explosions also covered up the key being tossed there, too, so good intuition from MVD to prevent getting hit by that and probably losing his stock.
Is it? I think this is going to be a regrab.
This is a regrab, yeah. Really good option there from MVD.
Ooh, JDV trying hard to avoid it, but try as you might, that Nikita can last quite a while.
Oh, what a catch there, too. JDV in the first set that we saw again. Big jumper from ledge, so getting scouted out immediately. MVD has his finger on the pulse.
And we're just rocking with the key here, trying so hard to just find some way back in. You need the stock to be gone. And MVD, I mean, Snake obviously a very heavy character. MVD is also not one to give you that opportunity. We're going to be playing slow and far away. You're going to have to really earn the stock here.
Up to the skies we go here. Can we find a conversion? We will, just simply on the up air. I was going different places in my head in order to get that one, but simple and clean.
Ooh, interesting. Forward air on the hydrant, bopping it right in front of you, so it just remains as an active hitbox that you can't approach. That's good knowledge. Yeah,
drawing that line in the sand is really good, especially for two characters that seem to be playing really heavily on the ground.
Yeah, having the ability to just pull out your grenades there without any kind of worry, very solid. JDV has a grenade in hand, yep, forced to hold shield, but more grenades are coming out in the meantime.
Just dancing across the stage is that hydrant. JDV happy to sit on that platform. Gonna have to get to action soon, though. This coverage has been nothing but electric from MVD, just dealing with all these projectiles so elegantly. Oh, wow, I really thought JDV was gonna go through that platform and explode.
Man, dude, speaking of explosions, the moment that C4 exploded, MVD already had another one ready to go somewhere else on the stage. JDV is definitely going to have to keep those in mind. Wow, we're locking it in? Still living, but that jab into F-tilt confirmed from MVD was very solid.
Good spacing on down air there, too. Caught JDV approaching a little bit too much. C4 has come out so much in this set already. I got to see JDV hopefully not charge, not dash into the wrong places again.
No, that was a lot of utilization, very solid utilization from MVD on the C4, as you were saying. I'm very curious what's going on in JDV's head right now, because both of these, I mean, I've seen JDV play a lot. That is what it looks like. That style that he brings in, that's kind of what it looks like, and it clearly was not really working out for him in this set. So we're going to have to see some adjustments if he's going to turn things around. Perhaps a change of scenery.
Yeah, a bigger stage to work with. Again, as I was saying, both these characters have been working on a lot on the ground. That boxing has come to fruition. So maybe leaning a bit more into the projectile side and the conversion side with these platforms in larger stage across the bottom half.
Forward air into forward air. JDV definitely having the boxing tools available toward him.
Up and over here too, just retreating to the platform. Got stuck. Oh, grenade immediately out of hit stun. I do like the idea. Obviously, JDV is going to set up something crazy there.
JDV firmly with the lead here. MVD trying to get some things going. The ledge traps very potent from Snake. Honestly, a good deal stronger than Pac-Man in this matchup.
Also, you'll be able to keep a better track of C4 on this stage because obviously if you see it on this FD variation or if you're in this like Kalos League variation, it's quite easy to keep track of and steer far clear of it.
Looking for another option, and we've got the bell, and just barely catches it in time. Just a moment later, and it would have been gone. Back air not going to secure it out. Very solid DI from MVD.
JDV throwing Bell onto platform there too, because MVD had retreated to that platform the last 2 times recovering off stage too. So MVD was going to the middle anyway, but I like the idea. The thought process is there.
We're going to ledge, but instead we're eating this up smash. JDV started out pretty strong, but if he doesn't secure this stock, that lead is going to evaporate really, really quickly.
Ooh, good coverage. And JDV finding the forward to get in there too. Really sneaky stuff.
Man, going all the way up there, not letting anything by, but MVD somehow finding the first stock off JDV even after the very solid start that he opened up this stage with.
I mean, yeah, JDV had like a 110% lead at that point?
Yeah.
And MVD just hunkered down and started throwing the hands.
We've got Apple, but nothing to show for it, man. MVD is starting to do more damage to himself than JDV is.
And all of these trades is lining up perfectly for MVD. That's exactly what you want. This, at least in the macro sense, this game is going quite well for MVD. Sure, the percents are quite high, but hey, we'll take every trade we can get.
Percents, it's similar to stocks. If they're falling, just don't sell, right?
Yeah.
You might be at 200, but stock's still there.
Diamond hands.
Diamond hands. Do not sell, MVD.
Up and over, getting all of our B-reverse options back online. Had to pull up the C4 to give us a little bit more movement. Really good catch there. MVD is going to that platform a lot. Keep that in mind.
Feeling very comfortable there. JDV maybe starting to scout it out, but speaking of scouts, you're dead. What a shot from MVD. We have a full stock lead here. Very just interesting change of events. This is not at all how I thought this game would go after the beginning.
An assault from the air as well. MVD loves down tossing grenade to catch jump over. It's so unique to his playstyle. I do not see many other Snakes do that.
Somehow trading with that Nikita. And we're opening up another one. JDV trying to just get comfortable doing what he does. Camping in the corner, grabbing another item, but MVD has a lot of pressure with Nikita, the grenades. The C4 was there for a bit.
Good grab here. Give me all this stage. We're going to go to the platform so JDV recognizes it. I'm telling you, I'm putting you on game. Let's go.
You're absolutely right. MVD trying to scout out with the Nikita, doesn't end up finding it. We're just waiting. You could tell he was waiting for that that up tilt to come through. One of the options would have given it to him.
Watch out for the Hydra there too. JDV smart spot dodge. If you jump away there, you could risk jumping into Hydra.
JDV super backed into a corner here. Especially with MVD survivability, yeah, there's just no coming back from a deficit like that. MVD up 2-0 and very convincing games thus far.
I will say though, both obviously being very convincing for MVD, but the start of game 1 was quite poor for JDV. The start of the second game was getting a little bit better, so maybe if we can carry that momentum we had in game 2 into game 3 and deeper into game 3, we could see a little better of a result.
I will say, especially, you mentioned the start at game 2 being so solid for him. That was not the zoning Pac-Man.
No,
that was a brawling Pac-Man that opened up that game. And I think it just kind of evaporated, disappeared from the conscious of JDV for the rest of that game. Because, yeah, the rest of the gameplay looked like that. Hold on, though. Maybe he knows.
Whoa, what the
scary
heck?
with the grenade, too.
That was actually crazy. Short hop, down toss grenade into grab, letting it blow up. MVD is low-key cooking.
Crazy option to go for the forward air there. And just have to respect the grenades on that platform there. Platform goes away. JDV has another opportunity to close the distance. But the C4, he drops shield at the wrong time. looking a little bit better. Some of these brawling options getting a little bit closer.
Down toss,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. It was weird. I think MVD may have been waiting for the Hydrant to push backwards there too, because there is interesting interactions on that down throw situation with Hydrant.
JDV shield looking mighty small right there. Having to hold it so long while the Nikita danced around. Okay, we got an orange, a little bit of speed in the projectile.
And again, it seems like JDV kind of doing what MVD was doing last game at having such a high percent deficit and then clawing it back to take first stock.
For the first time, JDV is up a stock, I believe, to a whole set.
Ooh, bold option there too, JDV. Count your lucky stars, my friend.
I mean, this is what I was talking about. This is a JDV that is willing to fight, use those boxing options, but MVD has a few of his own. Snake and that up tilt, notorious for those those kills. Frame 6, that move is good.
Just back throw dash attack, get off of stage here too, covering roll distance really well. We do have C4 set up on that top platform. Hopefully JDV remembers that.
We'll have to see. Curious. We are playing on the whole other side of the stage, so it might not come into play.
Yeah. Yeah, MVD just letting him marinate over there too. Does not need to need the option here.
Throwing out the bell, that does waste the charge. Yeah, this is the gameplay that JDV was losing at, and he's losing at it again. Letting MVD have that space to set up the grenades just hasn't been working for him.
Not connecting on the second hit of the up smash. The mortar hitbox, but that actual missile not going to find its mark.
Oh. Explosion after explosion, and JDV instantly letting that key rip.
Ooh, smart to stay in shield there too. JDV, Galaxian in hand here too. What can we find? Tons of damage coming on with the grenade explosion on top of everything. Wow, I love the aerial hesitation from JDV there. Really good.
Oh boy, yeah, MVD just trapped in this corner. No longer, I believe, even has a jump to mix anything up. JDV does let him get back to that center stage in exchange for a little bit of charge on the fruit. But we're right back in that situation, and JDV, sorry, the 3 letters really got me going.
Dude, I swear, JDV, MVD, ABC. It's hard to keep it all together, but I mean, JDV's doing the best at keeping it all together here too. I did not know who owned that hydrant, I'll be honest.
Bell making things a little interesting.
Yeah.
Great grab. I do think the back throw, not quite. Snake, again, very heavy character. Trying to scout out the fall with the bell.
Back throw on the remix will not do it either here too. Getting a little cheeky with our punish options here too.
Yeah, I do think it's mostly for JDV to go threaten that upper stratosphere, you know, the upper side of the stage without having to expend any of the jumps.
Yeah, and it's important to do so when you have this platform layout like this so you can reset all of your resources. Caught the roll there, okay.
160.
Heart still beating in MVD's chest here too, but it is faint.
You really can't count MVD out here.
No, you can't.
Up air. Man, that wasn't even close to killing.
No, really good DI on that. It's got a weird knockback if you hit it in the wrong spot.
Okay, throwing out the apple, but is that a C4? No, it's a grenade explosion.
Yeah, Apple hit the grenade.
I just assumed because we saw a kill screen it must have been C4, but no. How about another?
Forced to hold everything there to MVD, just taking all of this extra damage. Key will lock away that game. JDV, the hometown hero, finally on the board here in his loser's bracket life.
Love seeing the adjustments from JDV in that game. It did look like he had some things to learn from the first 2 games, was willing to not give MVD that space, right? Play a little bit more up, play a little bit more aggressive, or at least threaten that space. MVD had way too much leeway in the first 2 games.
Yeah.
And JDV changed things around.
I was excited to see the counter pick, my friend. I really was, because JDV was really open and opting for open air concepts, you know, a new layout, a big layout, but MVD closing it up here, going to be playing a little bit of King of the Hill under this platform.
Scary. Very scary situation. We've seen that F smash kill criminally early sometimes.
What a find out of the grenade explosion out of shield. Whenever I see Hollow Bastion, okay, where is the, I was about to say, he got stuck to the dome piece of Pac-Man there too, but no damage taken because of it.
Great timing on the shield. I really thought it would have been effective there, but somehow JDV making it work. Yeah, that C4 being on that platform is what we're going to expect to see for probably the rest of this game. It is very effective to put that C4 there, here and on Smashville, because it covers so much. There's so few ways of avoiding being near that platform.
The way I like to describe like monoplats like this, and I'll let JDV speak first before I do, but you break this stage up into 3 sections. You have each outside of it, you have the middle third of it. So it's like edge guard area, combo area, edge guard area too. So if you can control just that 1/3 middle of the stage with a C4 too, you are in such great shape.
It's a huge way of cutting off your opponent's options.
Yeah. And low-key, JDV can do it with Hydrant as well too. It's not like both these characters don't have options to just do extreme area denial.
We've got no C4 set yet. Nope, dropping it right down on that center platform as we've been talking about. JDV just waiting for any option, but very cautious of the C4 there. I do need to mention that JDV, after that kill, does have a lot of Snake experience. We have Ryan in this region.
Yep, very talented Snake.
Very talented Snake player, and JDV has played a good number of times. So definitely aware of the options that Snake has. Showing it with this C4 avoidance.
Ooh, yeah, Hydrant on the platform there like we were talking about, just kicked off immediately, sent out of dodge.
Ooh, we're seeing a dash attack. Haven't been seeing a whole lot of that. Again, MVD just trying to find his way back in, trying to recover, and does find it. And the back air. 19%, not a lot of extra credit.
Not at all. Knotted up damn near even here too. Looking for JDV to land after the jump from the corner, so MVD let that C4 fly. Ooh, wow.
Up tilt. Oh, it didn't seem to work that time. I am curious if it breaks Cypher. JDV certainly went for it with the knowledge that it would, so I'm a believer in him.
JDV is getting up there and competing every time MVD drops C4 now too. So you're seeing MVD was using a lot for like landing baits when they're both in the sky, but JDV's using double jump to get up there and back air it. Or whatever aerial it may need to be.
Oh, gets stuck in a bit of hit stun. Got grenade in hand, throwing it up, just a threat. And yeah, we've got Bell at the ready. MVD with these high recoveries is giving JDV the opportunity to get that Bell in hand, and clearly it's effective. Are we gonna be seeing yet another Game 5?
It's looking that way, my friend.
Looking that way.
But MVD is known to put on damage by the dozen here, so just C4 is being lobbed across the stage, and you don't want to get into an item off with either of these players, but JDV showing MVD, I need some respect on my name.
Very funny to see JDV instantly lob them right back, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're just playing a game of catch, and here, you lost this.
Ooh, let the down smash charge here too. MVD also maybe the most down smash heavy Snake player I have seen as well.
It's such a good move. It's very quick, and the option coverage that we've seen from it, very, very smart. But hasn't really been working at least this game. Okay, Nikita making things interesting, and yeah.
What a trace. What a trace with that Nikita down.
The way that people use Nikita in and of itself is kind of its own little art form. People obviously think it's very good, think it takes no talent. I super disagree. You have to be very cautious with where you're placing it. MVD kind of a master.
Up and over, JDV drifting back into the lesser of two evils, being that grenade instead of going forward into that C4. Ooh, falling back here
great
too.
Weight.
JDV using Side B to get up and compete. I'm loving this option, these different movement types to get up and find MVD in these weird situations.
I also love that he didn't swing. He saw that MVD was right in front of him and instead waited for the option. It shows just a lot of confidence right now. And we have Key at the ready. Are we going to see it thrown out? There it is. 2:11 on the clock. So these games have been going a decent chunk of time. Both of them playing the slower game.
But damage all over the board, nevertheless,
Certainly.
too. Yeah, not a slow and non-damage filled game. These players are still putting on percent. They're just surviving so damn long.
Ooh, that shield's looking small. The potential for a shield poke, it's definitely rising, but
C4 on Hydrant, gotta watch out for that. Okay,
oh, just
falls
dropped.
down, yeah, interesting.
Ooh, yeah, JDV is so aware of that C4 there. This is a scary situation. Truly, we're at the percent where up tilt starting to become a real threat.
Yeah, power pellet on the ground there too. You rarely ever see that. You saw MVD, MVD tried to pick it up to get some health back. I mean, shoot, game's game.
Oh, scary situation. JDV has lost a lot of confidence there, and MVD is looking confident going for that up tilt potentially.
Yeah, we're dying for it right here too. Just run-ups galore. Praying JDV gets caught.
So that was a very, very aggressive option from JDV. Just running up with that back air, trying to find a way into game number 5, but the C4, he's been so aware of it, but it just takes a moment. MVD with the 3-1 over JDV.
Yeah, that was really good. And the thing that killed JDV in those first couple of games is the thing that comes back and bites him to end the tournament run, is losing track of the C4. So many options flying across your screen. Just a moment of mental lapse could cost you your life, and it did right there.
And it's truly, that is the Snake game, right? You got 2 grenades out, you've got a Nikita, there's maybe an up smash in the air, there's explosives everywhere, and so they explode, they cover the screen. I didn't know the C4 was there. I lose that set.